you for that. Give yourself a nice applause. That can be louder. Woo! Yes. Hello. So good to see all of you here. I'm Maya. I will be moderating the program today. Hoi, welkom iedereen. Super goed om jullie allemaal te zien. Ik ben Maya. Ik ga vandaag het programma voor jullie begeleiden. We zullen eerst een podiumprogramma hebben van ongeveer 30 minuten en daarna gaan we marslopen door de stad. So we'll first have a stage program here. We'll have some nice speeches for about half an hour, and then we're going to do a march through the city. So we ask all of you to wear face masks and to try and keep some distance. I know it's hard with marching, but just try to take care of each other. And I see that almost everyone is wearing a mask, so that's great. Good job. We vragen iedereen om een mondkapje te dragen en om te proberen afstand te houden. Ik weet dat het moeilijk is tijdens het lopen, maar probeer het alsjeblieft. So let's do some chants to get warmed up. Start with the song and then we'll radicalize. Power to the people, cause the people got the power. Tell me, can you hear us? We're getting louder by the hour. Power. People, cause the people can take power. Tell me, can you feel it? We're getting louder by the hour. Power. Power. No borders, no nations! Stop deportations! No borders, no nations! Stop deportations! No borders, no nations! Stop deportations! Say it loud, say it clear! Refugees are welcome here! Say it loud, say it clear! Refugees are welcome here! Say it louder, say it clearer! Refugees are welcome here! Say it louder, say it clearer! Refugees are welcome here! That's right. So, VVD, FVD, PVV. Yes, that's right. All right. Nu niet, nooit meer fascisme. Doe niet, nu niet, nooit meer fascisme. Doe niet, nu niet, nooit meer fascisme.
Van links genoeg heb je ook niks aan.
En Black Lives! Black Lives! And Muslim lives! And Jewish lives! And migrant lives! And Black lives! That's right! So what do we do when Muslim lives are under attack? When migrant lives are under attack, when migrant rights are under attack! When Jewish rights are under attack! That's right, make some noise! Woo! Alright, are you ready for the first speech? Alerta! Antifascista! Alerta! Alerta! Antifascista! Alerta! Alerta! Antifascista! That's right! Alright, let's start with our opening speech from Hilde, who is a part of the International Socialist. She will be speaking to us about, anti-racism and anti-fascism. Give her a warm welcome.
Hello everyone. I'm Hilde from Internationale Socialisten, and we are here today, united with you, with our comrades from Raad, GFN, Bijeen and Decolonize, to stand up visibly against the rise of the far right and fascism. We are here today because we think that fascism needs to be confronted, no matter where it raises its head. Be it in our parliaments, in our universities, in our workplaces, or in our streets. As Marxists, we have some perspectives on the developments of fascism that I would like to share with you today. Because we believe that fascism is not just an inconvenience, It's a threat to each and every one of us of the working class. This is why I will address fascism, the class dynamics it plays into, and how this is manifested in the corona protests. In the current crisis, unleashed by the capitalist mismanagement of the pandemic, we continuously see that big capital is protected instead of public health. We see that inflation is rising. More and more people need to go to the food bank because they have become unable to buy basic necessities. We see that people are unable to get the medical and psychological care that they need, all a consequence of the neoliberal austerity policies from now over 10 years ago. This is all heightened through the COVID crisis that only puts a magnifying glass on these issues. This needs to stop. In short, we, the working class, are becoming scared and frustrated because our chances for a decent and secure life are rapidly decreasing. It is no more than fair that this makes us desperate. How could it not be when we are literally pushed into these desperate circumstances? However, how we channel that desperation is very important. Fascists are now making use of our desperation by feeding us racist and anti-Semitic conspiracies through scapegoat politics. We can take an example of Forum voor Democratie. They undermine the severity of the virus to push their neo-fascist agenda by downplaying it, saying it's just a flu or whatever, and that the government is using the virus to destroy the white race. They are particularly catering here to the petite bourgeoisie. So these are like small owners, small business owners, like shop, bar and restaurants owners. These are the people that in times of economic and social crisis unleash fascism, because their positions are threatened by the capitalist crisis. In times like now, especially when economic recession, war and international health crisis all come together, it is exceedingly difficult for smaller businesses to survive next to globalized monopolies. So what happens? The petite bourgeoisie is in a position where neither working class revolution or socialism nor globalized monopoly capitalism represents an option for them. So they build a political movement of their own. They want to lay hold of the state, but not to smash it like a revolutionary socialist, but to use it to smash the working class and its institutions of power, while simultaneously using the state to protect themselves from international big capital. These are the people who are pulling the strings behind this movement and in whose interest the fascist scapegoating politics are built. The fascists use the petty bourgeoisie to promote racist conspiracies among the masses. And one way they are popularizing these conspiracies is in the current corona protest. Because if you take a closer look at these protests, one thing becomes crystal clear. The COVID protests are set up as recruiting festivals for the far right. Nederland in Verzet, the biggest corona protest organizer, is a far-right organization in the first place. He sympathizes with Nazi terrorist Jurgen Konings, who, as some of you might know, has made threats to virologists and planned an attack on a mosque in the south of Limburg. Furthermore, Forum voor Democratie and Nederland in Verzet coordinate events together. They want to see people to see the corona protest and FVD as synonymous. Moreover, they are using the petty bourgeoisie to blind the rest of the working class, because only this way they can make it seem like a genuine mass movement. It is important to highlight the fact that racist and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories play a central role in the building of fascist consciousness among the corona protests, because this is how they promote the neo-fascist myth about foreign uprooting. They spread lies, saying that we once lived in a society which was homogeneous and thriving, but then came a foreign uprooting. So they say these are the Jews, the cultural Marxists, the globalists, the Muslims, and this group allegedly infected this uniform and peaceful homogeneous society. And then they add that these foreign uprooters are part of an evil elite that has the power to control the world behind the scenes, and therefore the white race is facing an imminent threat. Then they spread lies about saying that society goes to shit unless we have one last act of desperation through which we can use reach a so-called conservative revolution, a renaissance. And people need to hop onto the Renaissance float, but Dad calls it. And we will be seen from what he sees as a global elite that celebrate diversity, because they think diversity is a bad thing. Well, fuck them. And the Corona protests are seen as an effective way to spread these lies. This is why you see so many conspiracies in the Corona protest about climate refugees that will destroy the Western world. This is why you see anti-Semitic conspiracies about Jewish people, such as George Soros, who supposedly have created the fires and are a sponsor to Black Lives or Antifa. This is why people are bringing Nazi flags to the protest while trivializing the Holocaust. What this all boils down to is that the far right is utilizing people's fears and frustrations. They redirect their anger, which should hit the system of capitalism, which is infinitely unfair, exploitative, and dangerous. But instead, they are targeting social and racial minorities. This mismanagement of the COVID crisis is something that we should fight, but it should be fought with solidarity, not with scapegoating and hate towards minorities or conspiracy theories that fuel the truth. The current Corona protests are led by the far right. They are not about the freedom of all people. They are about the freedom of fascists to reign. And although many people walking in these protests may not realize that they are feeding fascism, they still do it nonetheless, because they are literally building blocks for the neo-fascist movement. This needs to stop right now. The working class is manipulated into thinking in terms of a post-modern purgatory, where most of us think that we live in a world where there is no escape from capitalism. Or as Mark Fisher has famously said, it is easier to imagine an end to the world than an end to capitalism. I'm here today to tell you this is not true. We can have a COVID policy based on solidarity. To do so, we must make a fist against fascism wherever it arises. We need to let them know they are not welcome in our political arenas, in our cities, or in our streets. We need to tear down their posters and stickers wherever we see them. They should not have a place in the public debate, because if we let that happen, we know from history what can happen. We stand here today because we don't want any fascist and racist in our municipalities. A first step is to make people aware that parties such as FVD, PVV, Teunis Dokter and Partij van de Zuinigheid do not deserve a vote. But unfortunately, not voting for them is not enough. Politics extend beyond the parliament, and the Corona protests are an example of that. Anti-fascism does not stop after the elections. It goes on until fascism has completely burned to the ground. Say no to fascism. Doe niet, nu niet, nooit meer fascisme. Doe niet, nu niet, nooit meer fascisme. Doe niet, nu niet, nooit meer fascisme. Dankjewel.
Give it up for Hilde one more time! All right, our next speaker is Sissy Joan. She's a singer, a poet, a connector, and project coordinator of Bitterzoet Erfgoed. Give it up for Sissy Joan!
Hello. Goedemiddag. So I didn't know what I was supposed to write because I'm feeling so much right now and seeing so much on the news, and it just never ends. And I have a few things to say. First of all, let me say Ismail Jabi should stay in Groningen. If you don't know, Google it, sign a petition, then you'll know. Then I consider myself as a freedom fighter, just as my fellow in the public there. So I changed the lyrics of Bob Marley's song a little bit. So it goes like this. One love, one heart, let's get together and freedom find. Can you sing with me? One love, together and freedom fight. Mita you di diaspora, mita orgulloso Jesse. Mina pikin fu diaspora en mi kaka mi borsu fu dati. Ik ben een kind van de diaspora en ik ben er trots op. I am a child of the diaspora and I am proud of it. So Google diaspora later, now listen to me. Last night I was watching TV. I heard about blonde hair, blue eyes, victims, and I was surprised. No, I was shocked to see apparently the difference in treatment is so real. I listen, hear, and see. Forgive me for being incomplete, but I've heard about Martin, Malcolm, Nelson, Tula. I've heard about Kendrick, Kanye, Dave, and Jay-Z. The last poets inspired me. What about Sojourner, Rosa, Harriet, Nina, Maya, and Josephine? I've heard Michael, Harry, and Bob sing and talk about all these things. I wish I could sing One Love, but that's not what seems to be happening. I've heard countless artists speaking up. I mean, I've seen Dear White People, and I've seen Get Out, and I can't watch any more of these movies about slavery. Those are not for me. I don't need more trauma, honestly. What I really want to know is, what about kingdoms and queens instead of 400 years of sorrow and grief? What about freedom fighters? What about you? What about me? Why is there institutional racism? Why am I, as a poet, so flustered that I don't even know what to say anymore? Because there is so much to see, and still they are blind, and still we rise, and still I cry. Last night I was watching TV. Blonde hair, blue eyes, they look like us, they said. Well, they don't look like me. I cried. I was shocked to see. Apparently, we need #Africans in Ukraine. Last night, I realized despite people watching so much TV, it seems that they stay blind, afraid, and unable to hear and empathize. Still, I have to explain, because they don't know what they ask from me. Forgive them, for they don't know what they do. Blame the government. #tax affair. Blame the government, blame the schools. But kind white person, I understand you do not know. I cannot blame you when you ask, oh, you're not this, you're not that. Then where do you come from? Is your father a black person? And then I'm too white. But when I start my freedom fight, I'm too black again. And then when I talk facts, they talk back. And when I talk facts, they talk back. When I talk facts, they talk back. But when I say my mother is white, suddenly it's all good and I'm all right. And I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. Forgive me for being incomplete. I've heard about Martin, Malcolm, Nelson, Tula. I've heard about Kendrick, Kanye, Dave, and Jay-Z. The last poets inspired me. What about Sojourner, Rosa, Harriet, Nina, Maya, and Josephine? I've heard Michael, Harry, and Bob sing and talk about these things. I wish I could sing One Love, but that's not what seems to be happening. I want to sing One Love, and maybe I just should, because I'm pledging to mankind. One love, one heart, let's get together and freedom fight. One love, one heart, let's get together and freedom fight. I want to hear you. One love, one heart, let's get together and freedom fight. Thank you.
I still need a minute to let that sink in, so. All right, give it up one more time for Sissy Joan. Our next speaker is Rociano Dunarin. He is the leading candidate of GroenLinks for the municipal council elections hier in Midden-Groningen. De lijsttrekker van GroenLinks in Midden-Groningen. So give it up for Rociano!
Lieve mensen, racisme, dat kennen wij hier niet. Racisme, dat is een probleem dat alleen speelt in Amerika, in de Randstad. Racisme, voor mij is iedereen gewoon gelijk. 3 jaar geleden werd ik politiek actief en het is onwerkelijk hoe vaak ik deze zinnen heb gehoord. Racisme is iets waar we niet over praten, hier in het noorden, hier in de dorpen. De vele pogingen om het uitsluiting, het pijn aan te duiden in de politiek, stranden in de dooddoener. Alle partijen omarmen jou. We hoeven geen groepen voor te trekken. Het wegkijken voor racisme, overal in de samenleving, kan niet langer. Racisme bestaat, maar waarom ziet de politiek dat niet? Waarom ontbreekt de representatie van mensen van kleur? Waarom staan wij altijd aan de zijlijn? Juist hier in het noorden. En nu ik lijsttrekker ben van een politieke partij, maak ik dat iedere dag mee. Ik wil een recent voorbeeld met jullie delen. Afgelopen donderdag had ik een verkiezingsdebat in Midden-Groningen. Verschillende achterbannen van verschillende partijen waren aanwezig en ook ik had mijn achterban uitgenodigd. Mijn moeder, andere familieleden waren daar aanwezig en ze kwam binnen in een zaal vol met oude, witte mensen. Vanaf het podium keek ik de zaal in en ik zag een grote, gekleurde vlek. Tot mijn verbazing was dat mijn eigen familie. En op dat moment, op dat podium, stond ik er eigenlijk niet bij stil. Na afloop vertelde mijn moeder mij dat zij zich nog nooit zo ongemakkelijk had gevoeld. In die zaal, vol met witte mensen, vol met veroordelende blikken, voelde zij zich een buitenstaander. Niet een onderdeel van het grotere geheel. En zo exact heb ik mij 3 jaar geleden, toen ik die eerste stappen zette in die politieke arena, ook gevoeld. Anders. Ik zal je eerlijk zeggen, ik ben nu 3 jaar politiek actief en op een of andere manier ben ik het normaal gaan vinden. Dat ik de enige lijsttrekker ben van kleur hier in de provincie, dat vond ik normaal. Ik word aangestaard als ik verschijn op een bepaald evenement, maar de confronterende woorden van mijn moeder maakten mij weer wakker en die maakten mij weer bewust. Nee, dit is niet normaal. Dit is precies waarom de politiek voor mensen van kleur zo'n toxische plek is. Racisme, dat kennen wij hier niet. Racisme, dat is een probleem in Amerika, in de Randstad. Racisme, voor mij is iedereen gewoon gelijk. Die zinnen wil ik nooit weer horen. Ik wil me kunnen uitspreken. Ik wil de vinger op de zere plek kunnen leggen zonder dat ik me daarvoor in hoef te houden. We kunnen het ons niet langer permitteren om weg te kijken. Het wordt tijd dat we onze welverdiende plek in de Nederlandse democratie opeisen. Dat we plaatsnemen in de raden, in de staten en in de Kamer. Om te laten zien dat racisme wel degelijk bestaat. Onze perspectieven doen ertoe. Onze perspectieven verdienen het om gehoord te worden. So, step up, claim je plek en pak de macht. Dankjewel.
Nooit meer fascisme! Nooit meer fascisme! Toen niet! Nu niet! Toen niet! Nu niet! Toen niet! Nu niet! Dank jullie wel. Geef het nog 1 keer een applaus aan Rociano. Ik ben aan het spreken. Onze volgende spreker is Vinnie Johnson. He's an artist, a poet, father, cultural entrepreneur and a freedom fighter. Give it up for Vinnie Johnson!
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vinnie Johnson, and I'm here because you guys need us to be here. When I first came to this country, I had no idea, nothing about this country, which is weird because I'm born on an island called St. Martin. Now, St. Martin is a part of Holland, but yet I only know Amsterdam. It was surprising to me that I took 3 hours to get to the city called Groningen, which I knew nothing about, which I found strange. If your people are gathering on my island, we open arms with happy smiles. Every day you get a good morning. How are you doing? But when I say hello to most of you people in this country, you pass me by like I'm the shit on the floor. And then yet, you hate me. I just don't get it. Can you understand that? As a foreigner, walking into a country where you say I am welcome here, yet I'm not. You treat me like I'm nothing, yet I'm patient with you. Still, you hate me. I don't get it. Do you understand? My heritage, years ago, and every year, is slowly yet quickenly being erased from history. I don't know where I come from. I can tell you I'm from the island of St. Martin, yet that is not the island's name. It is called Swaliga, the land of salt. But do you know that? Do your country teach you things about my heritage? No. They rip it out day by day, year by year, until it's totally disappeared. Do you understand? I grew up in churches, learned everything about the Lord Jesus Christ, my God, Savior, Yahweh Shai. At this age of 39, to find out when I'm walking into your churches, and I sit down and I see a white man on the wall, blonde hair, blue eyes, and his name is Jesus Christ. But then when you see me walking the streets and you see my dreadlocks, all you can think this guy is a weed smoker. He plays around. He hurts people. He's a gangster. Oh, hell yeah, I am. I'm also a man first. But I'm going to tell you something about the guy named Jesus Christ, right? He had these same locks. And you ripped it away from my history because it's my heritage. That man in your churches, that's my Savior. Do you understand? But you whitewashed him so beautiful and took him away from who I am. So I can't find out who the fuck I am. I don't know who I am. And it hurts me. I know who I am as a man right now, walking right here in these shoes with this fucking shirt on, but still, I cannot go to Africa and say, I know where I'm going because that's where my family from. Nigga, I don't know. But you do. You know exactly where to go to find out where your lineage is. You can go to any university and find yourself anywhere in any books. Try and find me. What do you know about the Nazarene? Jesus Christ was born in Nazareth, wasn't he? Which makes him blacker than me. But you don't want to believe that. Why? Because black is dirty. Yet, I'm the one patient with you, and you hate me. Every day, sometimes, if I walk into a store, I gotta look around my surroundings. Why? Security guard there, security guard there, security guard there, and the local snitch right there. There he is. Be careful. He's gonna take your shit. But yet I'm patient. Still I walk like this sometimes. Because if I walk straight up, I'm being arrogant. I'm being rebellious. If I say fuck the police, they'll be right now here to arrest my ass. I don't care. It's freedom of speech, right? They're a bunch of assholes sometimes. They're not all bad, right? I know that. My heritage, my culture, we're not always nice. But there's a reason for that. I came here with a smile, and that smile every year disappears. Because you don't show me no compassion at all. But when you're on my island enjoying my stuff, I gotta take it up my fucking ass to be calm and let you do what you wanna do because your kids need to excel and grow. I have to leave my country because you destroyed everything that's down there for me to grow. I gotta come here to take it back, but still, it's not owed to me. I can't get it the way I should get it. I deserve what's owed to me. Yet I'm patient, and you're the one that hate me. I don't get it. Do you understand? Do you really understand what I'm saying? This shit goes deeper than just saying Black Lives Matter, this life matter. We all do fucking matter. Do you understand? Racism, sometimes I don't even believe in the word. I believe in hate. And that's what I see when I look in the eyes of them motherfuckers right there. All I see is hate confusion and fear, because they know what's going on right here, right? Bring another 20,000 people in this shit. That's a little bit of cops right now, man. Put some more black faces in this shit right now. You're gonna be surrounded right now. This is peaceful. If you wanna make a change, honestly, you can't be peace anymore. You gotta start breaking shit down. And when I mean breaking shit down, breaking down what really needs to be broken down. You want to see a change? Stand in front of the police station and start protesting about their wrongdoings. You understand? Stand in front of Parliament. Call out the names of everybody that's fucking with your kids. This is your country. And they're fucking with your kids. Your children. I could understand that you want to preserve your nation, but it has to be on the blood of others? I thought those days was over. History does repeat. So don't be surprised. Everything you're seeing from the beginning, from the Syria war, all the way down to Venezuela with all that chaos, and now we have Ukraine suffering the way they're suffering right now. Do not be surprised if this shit is on your front door one day, because they're teaching you and preparing you for that. But you don't see that. Every single movie you've been seeing from a child, from UFOs to aliens and different type of technologies, they're preparing you, but you're still not seeing it. They want you to stand here and just yell out, curse out, because then they don't believe you're gonna do anything else. Show them you can do something else. Don't just stand only, don't just use your words. You see these things right here? You got them for a reason. You understand? That's why they say black people are too rebellious, because we know war. We are warriors. We know what's fighting. We know how to die and still stand up, because this tree you can never get rid of. We've been there from day one, and we're gonna be the last man standing. Best believe that. You understand? So your racism, fuck it, because I see your hate and I believe in your hate more than your racism. That's your mindset. I ain't gonna fight you on that. But the day you show me your true hate, best believe you're gonna see me defending me and whoever's next to me. And I'll fight for you and you too. Do you understand? Because you, as white as you are and as black as I am, we still won. Do you understand? When you bleed, I bleed the same red. I doubt the cops. When they bleed, I have no idea what they bleed. They bleed politics. You understand? They hide behind a fucking wall. We're here. There's no one in front of us. You understand? I heard a story, 1982 was it, when the Berlin Wall was taken down, right? You remember that year, 1982? Anybody know what song was playing in the background back in 1982 when the Wall of Berlin came down? That same song Sissy was singing. Bob Marley was playing in Berlin when that wall was broken down. That was the voice of the nation. I went to a church in Zwolle. The pastor was talking about politics, which I found stupid. You don't talk politics in church, you don't. And all of a sudden, there was 4 of us, all with dreads. And this pastor, who's supposed to be some big guy, he starts talking how an idiot Bob Marley was. He uses women, he smokes only weed, and he's basing this on my dreads. Yet, he's saying, praise Jesus Christ, not knowing Jesus Christ was born in Nazareth, and the Nazareth had a vow to grow your hair. And when a black man grows his hair and does nothing, motherfucker, it looks like this. So you want to tell me I got to be ashamed of my heritage? Because you don't like the way I look? Oh no, that's just a lifestyle. That's the way they look. Can't the niggas die. Can't they look so nice? Fuck you. I didn't have a fucking nigger zoo in Europe. You had a nigger zoo in Europe where you can go and look at the black people, the nice big hips of the black woman, look how big her titty is. You're pointing. I don't have a zoo like that. You had that zoo. But yet, you hate me. I don't have fucking military fucking soldiers on your borders. I didn't build guns. Fuck. I don't deliver cocaine to your door. I can't go there, over there and say, hey, come right now, you can get your spider. I don't have that fucking power. You do. But yet you hate me. Hate your fucking government. Because they're the one fucking manipulating you. They're the one turning you against me. Making me feel zagrijnig and all. I can't deal with today. I don't want to go outside. My boss don't like me because I wear a fucking, I don't know, my jeans is too big. You're going to judge me for my clothing? Judge me for my hair? And judge me because I don't speak your language the proper way? That's stupid. And then if I get mad, oh, ja, daar gaat hij weer. Ja, daar gaat die donkere weer. Ja, zo snel boos worden. Fuck you, G. Tuurlijk I'm boos. But yet I'm patient with you. But still you hate me. You understand? One day that patient will run up. And you're gonna start pointing fingers, but make sure you start pointing them at your leaders, because they're the one that caused this shit. They got all the power in the world and they got you here eating scraps. Fighting for a cause that looks like it's a lost cause, but yet still we stand. We still here and we ain't going nowhere. They can try all they want. My name is Vinnie Johnson. I'm from the island of St. Martin and I say fuck your politics, fuck your cops, fuck your racism, fuck your hate, and fuck anybody that follow all that dumb shit. Pardon my French is what I would say. I don't swear that much, but I'm pissed the fuck off. Because even today, walking into the city, I'm watching people like, yo, look at him. Yeah, I dress like this. My fucking heritage, all the way back to fucking Egypt and Ethiopia, wearing gold, diamond, and silver, that's a normal thing. Do you understand? But I don't love this shit. I don't love it, but it's a part of my heritage because that's the way we show our power as well. Don't you do it? Your burgemeester, that big ass chin in his neck, what the fuck is that? Suck my dick, dog. What the fuck? My name is Vinnie Johnson, yo. I'm a fucking rebel. Best believe that, you understand? I ain't kissing ass to nobody. I came here to talk for me and for you. And for everybody else that's suffering. Because you ain't suffering alone. They're fucking with your kids as much as they're fucking with mine. But we're dying more than you. Think about it.
Make some more noise for Vinnie, please! Alright, so we're gonna have a little ending speech from Geen from Bijeen. Give him a warm welcome!
All right. Thank you. First of all, thank you for your presence to make a loud anti-fascist and anti-racist sound here in the city center of Groningen at the Grote Markt. So give a big applause for yourself. All right, there are some beautiful stuff being said here, but I just want to make one point about fascism. It pains me to say, but it's from personal experience. I've witnessed in the environment where I grew up that fascism had a greater and greater hold on a community. My neighbor from where I grew up in Gerkes Klooster is right now the leading candidate of FVD Achkaspelen. I've seen a lot of my former classmates becoming active members of FVD and PVV. I've seen the hostility and violence grow till this point, till this day, against people of color, disabled people, and queer people. And the last part I had experienced myself. I witnessed the hostility and violence grew against me. I was beaten to near death because, in their own words, faggots like me didn't belong here. The fascists are at our backyards. They're 30 kilometers from here. The fascists are walking on the streets. The fascists are knocking at our front door, and now they want to be part of our council. Do we want that? No! Do we want that? No! Do we want that? No! All right, so... Nazi scum off our streets! 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 All right, this is going to be a movement, an anti-racist and anti-fascist movement that goes on 24/7. It has to continue from today onwards. It has to go through direct action. We're going to seek out the confrontation, make noise demos, block the entrances of their events, boycott the places that host Nazis. Because if we're going to continue from here onward, 24/7, we can make an end to this fucking nightmare! Alright, thank you. Alright, this... Nu niet, nooit meer fascisme! Doe niet, nu niet, nooit meer fascisme! Aletta, aletta, antifascista! Aletta, aletta, antifascista! All right, let's keep the spirit from today onward. All right, thank you for your presence. All right, I'm going to make a few last little statements left for me, so I think you're right. you can put your banners over there, because the Graphic Museum Grid is actually holding planning to hold an exhibition on anti-racist activism. So if you want to donate some banners or some boards, you can do it over here at Willem, next to the table. And the last thing, there's also like next week the Anti-Racism Week by GFN, Groningen Feminist Network. Give a big applause to GFN! All right. It starts from Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the evening at the Kraaiennest, at the Squad House, who won the first lawsuit. All right. Let's keep the spirit from today onwards, and no fascism and no racism on our streets.